What's up, everybody? BigSweetC here with you, and I am so happy to finally bring this to you. It has been a long time in the making, and I do apologize about this, but we have our next build for Dark Souls Remastered. Today, we are looking at the Warrior build. In my opinion, the Warrior class is the best class for beginners to this game. Starts with incredibly good strength and incredibly good dexterity, which allows you to use just about every weapon in the game. And it makes it really nice with the starting weapons. The longsword is probably the easiest weapon to begin learning how to play the game. Comes with the heater shield, which is 100% protection, which is also a fantastic early game and late game weapon in terms of defense. So let's get right into it. Let's check out the old Statarinos. As you can see, we have reached level 120. We have put our traditional 40 into vitality and endurance. Those are the soft caps. You're going to get the most bang for your buck at those, up to those numbers right there. We also have gone ahead and put 40 into strength, 40 into dexterity. This is also known as a guts build, if you guys are familiar with that term. Really high strength, really high dexterity, allows you to use a lot, and I mean a lot, of different weapons. Almost every one in the game, which is fantastic, outside of any like special kind of boss weapons that might come with some intelligence or faith requirements. So the reason we have done this is because this, to me, is the most traditional way to play Dark Souls. To me, this is the way I believe you are actually supposed to play this game, as a strength dexterity build. Everything you do kind of aims you towards this way. The starting stats for strength and dexterity are 13 and 11 respectively. So right off the bat, you can use a really good amount of very strong weapons, and you only get better throughout the game. This is also one of the few classes that will allow you to go up to 40 vitality, 40 endurance, 40 strength, 40 dex, and still meet the 120 meta level requirement. I have gone and put 2 into attunement. That allows us to use the 1 slot. As you can see, we have the Great Combustion. I have gone 1 up in resistance. For whatever reason, 12 seems to be significantly better than 11. And then I have gone and put 1 into intelligence and faith for a nice round number for each of those classes. However, if you do want to, you can put those 2, keep those intelligence and faith at 9, put those both into attunement. That will give you a second attunement slot. You can put another chaos flame in there if you want. The benefit of the pyromancies, again, no stat requirements whatsoever to use. In this case, the reason I chose Great Combustion is because it is a very nice way to kind of get up close to your enemy, because you're going to be doing that anyway with your weapons. So you can get up nice and close and just torch them. It's also a very fantastic way to finish off an enemy if they've got 20 or 30 hit points left and you're worried that they might escape you. So that's I love Great Combustion. It is one of my favorite spells in the entire game. Maybe my favorite, to be honest with you. I do really like the Great Chaos Fireball. Downfall to that is it actually takes 2 slots to use, whereas this one just takes the 1. So, enough of that. Let's go over to our equipment. My favorite weapon in all of Dark Souls, the old Claymore. This is the best weapon in the game, in my opinion. It is flexible, it is easy to use, and just about everything you do with it, if you go into strength or dexterity, increases the skill level of this weapon. My personal favorite. We've also got the Pyromancy Flame at plus 15. Obviously, we went up to the highest we can go. We've got our plus 5 Dragon Crest Shield. I've got a couple of these. I also have a plus 5 Crest Shield. This really depends. Do I want to fight a magic user? Do I want to fight a fire user? I go back and forth between the two depending on what we have there. We also have the Black Bow of Ferris. This, in my opinion, is probably the best bow in the game for a high dexterity build. We've only got it up to plus 10. Eventually I will probably get that up to plus 15 as well. But we also have our Divine Claymore. so we can go into the old catacombs, not having to worry about that. But as you can see, these are going to be our main two weapons. The bow of Ferris and the Divine Claymore are kind of secondary weapons. I have stayed with the standard hard leather armor set. This is what comes with the build. This is, in my opinion, this has got very, very good resistances. Once you can get them up to +5 and higher, it's got fantastic resistance. Right now, I'm currently using Havel's Ring for the weight increase. Helps us keep fast rolling as opposed to the kind of slower roll. And then, obviously, the Chloranthy Ring, because the downfall to the Claymore is it takes up quite a bit of stamina if you're dual wielding it. If you're two-handing the weapon, it takes up quite a bit of stamina. So the Chloranthy Ring that helps us get that back up, gets our stamina back up quicker, really comes in handy. But again, the good old Claymore, fantastic thrust, which a lot of people can be attacked with, and then the old two-handed slice is also one of my favorite ways to attack. And this, in my opinion, again, very, very good for early start classes. It very easy to get into. You've got the 100% blocking shield with the heater shield. I don't think I have it in the in my little repertoire here. I think I've got it in my big box of chaos, but it is a 100% block shield and it parries essentially exactly like the wonderful Dragon Crest and Crest Shield do as well. So the Warrior class is my second favorite class. My first favorite class still being the Pyromancer, but I love the Warrior because he is so easy for beginners and he is so good for even the most experienced players. You can really get a lot of versatility out of this guy because of all the weapons you can use, and that's what really kind of puts him up there above, say, the Bandit or even the Knight class. The Knight class is more of just straight strength. Bandit, kind of same thing, more kind of straight strength. This guy, you get a lot more flexibility because even compared to some of the dexterity starting classes like the Bowman or the Hunter, I think is what it's called, even though they start with higher dexterity, because of the way this guy is played out, he actually can grow stronger in the dexterity area than even those other even like the Swordmen and stuff like that. So, but without further ado, I just want to go show you guys the old Warrior build. We'll get into more of these. Hopefully, I've got some ideas for others. But either way, that's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me wishing all you guys out there a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. Long as you're watching, I'm wishing you guys a wonderful watching time. Enjoy the PvP. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.